I added Lamborghini to F1 2021's My Team Career Mode, changed all the settings in automatic, and simulated 10 years. How good will Lamborghini do? Will they become world champions or backmarkers? My name is Chris, welcome to CFRacing, and enjoy the video. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Chris here, and today is the first episode of a new series that I'm going to be starting on the CFRacing channel. In this series, I will be adding special brands to Formula 1 via or through the My Team career mode. And in this video, we are going to be adding Lamborghini to the career mode. And just before this starts, thank you guys so much for the support recently. Once again, I say it every video, but you guys are insane, so thank you so much for the support and all that. Hopefully you all can enjoy these simulations as much as I do it, and I also would love to encourage you to hit that like button and subscribe because these videos take forever to make, and it would be really appreciated if you do that. So that being said, let's get right into the video. So to start off this video, we have the team designs and like livery and everything, so I'll do the intro livery and put it in the video right now. And then there's also, we have drivers to take care of, and the drivers that I decided to sign as the main driver for all 10 years, we're going to be having Nico Hülkenberg as Lamborghini's lead driver to start up this career mode. And to sign an F2 driver, I signed Luca Ghiotto because he is Italian and Lamborghini is also Italian. So I'm like, you know what, let's throw an Italian driver in the Italian team because why the heck not? I also signed Ferrari as the engine supplier for Lamborghini because Italian connections, of course. And in 2021, Valtteri Bottas wins the World Championship and his very first World Champion. So congratulations, Valtteri. You finally did it. You finally beat Lewis Hamilton somehow. I guess these simulations aren't really realistic. I said this last time, said it again. Valtteri is way too OP in 2021's My Team career mode, or just in general in the Formula 1 game. He wins all the time when he's in like the best car until Verstappen gets a good car. But yeah, Bottas had 8 wins on the year, followed by Lewis Hamilton with 7 and Max Verstappen with 3. In this video, I'm changing up a little bit, so only the top 3 like people who have wins will be in the wins category, so I have more like space to put the championship trophies and everything. In the Constructors' Championship, Mercedes once again wins another one. Surprise, surprise. Red Bull finished P2, McLaren P3, Ferrari P4, AlphaTauri P5, Alpine P6, Aston Martin P7, Alfa Romeo P8, Lamborghini P9, Williams P10, and Haas in dead last. And in the driver transfer market at the end of the season, Lamborghini decided to sign Mick Schumacher, and to replace Mick Schumacher and Haas is Luca Ghiotto. So they just so Lamborghini and Haas just had a driver swap. In 2022, Max Verstappen wins the championship. Once again, just like Bottas in Season 1, Verstappen took 8 wins, Bottas took 6 wins to finish P2, and Hamilton took 3 wins to finish P3. Once again, Bottas still super overpowered. Very, very cool, though. Max Verstappen wins his first championship of the career. And Red Bull actually win their first Constructors' Championship since 2013. Mercedes finished in P2 in the Constructors, McLaren finished P3, Ferrari P4, Alpine move up a spot to P5, AlphaTauri drop a spot, finish P6, Aston Martin stay the same in P7, Williams actually move up 2 spots in P8, Alfa Romeo and Lamborghini finish P9 and P10, and once again, no surprise, Haas finish dead last. In the driver transfer market, Sebastian Vettel retires from Formula 1, which is really sad, and also his best friend Kimi Räikkönen also retires. No, he's not staying till the end like last career mode. That was kind of insane. That's kind of funny. Antonio Giovinazzi goes to Aston Martin to replace Sebastian Vettel. George Russell goes to Alfa Romeo to replace Kimi Räikkönen. Nicholas Latifi goes to Alfa Romeo to replace Antonio Giovinazzi. And Guan Yu Zhou and Jack Aitken go to Williams to replace the leaving George Russell and Nicholas Latifi. In 2023, we have an absolute domination of a season for Max Verstappen. In the season, he once again won the driver's title, but took 17 wins to finish P1. Leclerc took 2 wins to finish P2, and Sergio Perez took 1 win to finish P3. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull win back-to-back titles since 2012 and 2013. Ferrari moved up 2 spots to finish P2. Mercedes and McLaren drop a spot each to finish P3 and P4. AlphaTauri moved up a spot to finish P5, so that means Alpine moved down a spot to finish P6. Aston Martin stayed the same in P7. Lamborghini makes moves at the grid with Mick Schumacher, moving up 2 spots to finish P8. Alfa Romeo finished P9. Williams moved out in 2 spots to finish P10. And Haas once again finish in dead last. In the driver transfer market, the Haas team decides to drop Luca Ghiotto. Guess he wasn't performing for them. And to replace him, they have the GOAT, Nicholas Latifi. He is the king. And to replace Nicholas Latifi at Alfa Romeo, we have Callum Ilott. So now we have a George Russell and Callum Ilott team at Alfa Romeo, which seems very exciting. And we also got a very good pay lineup of Latifi and Mazepin in the Haas. In 2024, more of the same stays in Formula 1 with another absolute domination for Max Verstappen. And I think this is one of the single-handedly greatest seasons of all time. In this season, Verstappen tied Sebastian Vettel with 9 wins in a row, while also taking 18 wins in this season to completely dominate in the championship. And the only other driver to take a few wins was Pierre Gasly. And I believe there was one more driver, but it caught out a little bit for me, so I couldn't see who it was. Like the game crashed and it just went on to the next season, which is kind of a weird glitch. But I'm pretty sure it was Leclerc who won the rest of the races, but I don't remember, so I don't want to just like put it in there, so it's because it's not 100% facts. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull once again win their 3rd consecutive Constructors' Championship. You know, Max Verstappen dominated. He would have won it himself anyway, so he didn't need a second driver. AlphaTauri actually moved up a lot of spots to finish in P2. Ferrari, Mercedes, and McLaren all dropped down a spot to finish P3, 4, and 5 because AlphaTauri moved up 3 spots. Alpine stayed the same in P6. Lamborghini actually moved out to finish P7, which is really good. Aston Martin moved down a spot to finish P8. Williams moved up a spot to finish P9. Alfa Romeo go down a spot to finish P10. And no surprise, Haas once again finish in dead last. In the driver transfer market, Mick Schumacher decided to leave Lamborghini mid-season because they weren't fulfilling his needs. So to replace Mick Schumacher at Lamborghini, they have Robert Schwartzman. Robert Schwartzman, very good young driver, one of my favorites actually. At the end of the season, Valtteri Bottas retired from Formula 1, and to replace Bottas at Mercedes, we have Mick Schumacher. That's going to be a tasty driver's lineup right there. Jack Aitken also leaves Formula 1, and Luca Ghiotto actually replaces him at Williams, so it is good to see him back. And now we're going to move on to 2025. And in 2025, a major regulation change hit Formula 1, which really shake up the grid, but more or less the same for Max Verstappen, as he wins another driver's title and wins his 4th in a row, taking 7 wins on the year. Leclerc finished in P2 with 6 wins, and Mick Schumacher puts a good first impression at Mercedes, taking 3 wins. But a lot has changed in the Constructors' Championship, with Ferrari actually winning their first Constructors' Champion, or even anything since 2008. So good job, Ferrari. I love it. I love seeing Ferrari take any sort of accolades. And actually, Verstappen beat Leclerc by 1 point at the end of the season for the driver's title, and I was very mad because I'm a completely biased Charles Leclerc fan. And Red Bull finished P2, Mercedes finished P3, AlphaTauri P4, McLaren P5, Lamborghini still moving up in the world to finish P6, Alfa Romeo had a really good season to finish P7, Alpine finished P8, Aston Martin finished P9, Williams finished P10, and Haas finish in last. No surprise. And actually, in the driver transfer market, there was no moves. Very surprisingly, all the teams decided to keep their drivers. So we're going to move on to 2026. And in 2026, once again, nothing has really changed in Formula 1, with Max Verstappen winning his 5th consecutive World Drivers' title. This is a domination that we have never seen before. Verstappen took 13 wins on the year to finish P1, Gasly took 4 wins on the year to finish P2, and Charles Leclerc took 2 wins on the year to finish P3. Red Bull win their 4th Drivers' title of the simulation to finish in P1. AlphaTauri finished P2. I forgot to move the trophy from Ferrari in P2 there. Ferrari moved down to P3, but that trophy at AlphaTauri should be Ferrari's. Lamborghini move up 2 spots to finish P4. You absolutely love to see it. McLaren finished P5. Mercedes dropped down 3 spots to finish P6. Terrible year for them. Alpine move up to P7. Alfa Romeo go down to P8. Aston Martin, Williams, and Haas finish P9, P10, and P11. In the driver transfer market, Sergio Perez decides to retire from Formula 1 after winning 4 constructors titles with Red Bull. Lando Norris is actually going to go to Red Bull to replace Sergio Perez, so a Max Verstappen, Lando Norris driver lineup is going to be absolutely insane, and I would be surprised if Red Bull loses drivers titles unless their car absolutely sucks. And Robert Schwartzman goes to McLaren, which is a very spicy driver lineup. And I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but George Russell also got signed with Lamborghini. And in 2027, we have a shakeup at the top of the grid with George Russell winning his first ever Drivers' World Championship with the Lamborghini team. Full credits to whoever made this driver overalls for Lamborghini. It wasn't me. I do not claim credit for that, but whoever did that, leave it in the comments because I just found it on Google somewhere. But George Russell dominated the season with Lamborghini, taking 12 wins on the year to finish P1. Max Verstappen finishes second with 4 wins, and Lando Norris finishes in P3 with 3 wins. Once again, Red Bull take another Constructors' Championship and finish in P1. Lamborghini move up 2 spots to finish P2. Ferrari move down 2 spots to finish P3. Mercedes move up a couple spots to finish P4. AlphaTauri really fall off to finish P5. McLaren finished P6. Aston Martin finished P7. Alpine finished P8. Alfa Romeo finished P9. And Williams and Haas once again round off the grid to finish P10 and P11. In the driver transfer market, Lewis Hamilton retires from Formula 1 as a 7-time world championship. What an incredible career for him. Lance Stroll replaces Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes, so we have a Lance Stroll and Mick Schumacher lineup at Mercedes. That could be quite spicy in the future. And to replace Lance Stroll at Aston Martin, we have Dan Ticktum. Let's move on to 2027, where we have a regulation change once again. Ooh. In 2028, George Russell becomes a 2-time world champion for Lamborghini. He never got the Mercedes call, but he got the Lamborghini call, and he took it, man. It is awesome to see Lamborghini at the top flight of motorsport right now. In the wins column, we have George Russell with 7, Max Verstappen with 6, and Lando Norris with 4. Red Bull take their 6th Constructors' Championship of the simulation. They're just kind of unstoppable. Like, it's kind of unfair. Like, it's Max Verstappen and Lando are just so good. Mercedes move up to P2 in the Constructors' Championship. Lamborghini moved down a spot to finish P3. AlphaTauri moved up a spot, P4. Ferrari dropped 2 spots to finish P5. Very bad year for them. McLaren really have just not done anything in this simulation, finishing P6. Aston Martin finished P7. Alpine P8. Alfa Romeo P9. Williams P10. And Haas in P11. And in the driver transfer market, there are once again no driver transfers, which is quite boring. So we're going to move on to the penultimate season in 2029. In 2029, there was a lot of craziness before the season started, to say the least. So George Russell did not sign back with a team he won 2 consecutive driver titles with and became a free agent. Lamborghini then replaced George Russell with Fernando Alonso, but then Fernando Alonso decided to leave the team early and did not sign with them. So actually, to replace Fernando Alonso, Lamborghini decided to go for Jack Aitken, which was kind of crazy, and Fernando Alonso actually just took the money from Aston Martin and signed with them. Nobuharu Matsushita also went to Alfa Romeo. I know I did the driver transfers first here because there's just everything went down at the beginning of the year. It's kind of weird. I was very surprised, didn't see any of this happening. But Lando Norris actually becomes a world champion and beats Max Verstappen, which is kind of crazy. I did not expect that to happen. Great job, Lando. You did absolutely incredible, sweetheart. Good job. And in the wins department, Lando Norris took 5, but Verstappen took 7 to finish P2, and Pierre Gasly took 2 to finish in P3. Another Constructors' Championship for Red Bull. I mean, they're just insane. Like, you literally can't beat them. Mercedes finished P2, AlphaTauri P3, Ferrari P4, Lamborghini moved down 2 spots to P5. You just can't replace George Russell, man. He's too good. McLaren finished P6, Alpine P7, Aston Martin P8, Alfa Romeo, Williams, and Haas finished P9, P10, and P11. And you saw the driver transfers before. They were just kind of insane. So we're going to move on to the final year of 2030, where there was another major regulation change. And in 2030, we have a 6-time world champion on the grid with Max Verstappen taking his 6th world championship in 10 years. Lando Norris finishes P2 with 5 wins. Jack Aitken finishes P4 with 4 wins. And something that you guys absolutely will love to see, Nico Hülkenberg ends up winning the Monaco Grand Prix to take his first ever podium in a Formula 1 for Lamborghini and in general. So congratulations, Nico Hülkenberg. He got a podium in the last season. I swear, when I was simulating this, I screamed. I'm like, he did it, and he got a podium. So proud of Nico Hülkenberg. He finally got the podium, and it happened to be at Monaco. So he got 1 podium all career mode, and it was that. But in the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull once again win another one. They won 8 out of the 10 career modes here. Lamborghini actually finished 2nd, move up 3 spots, so a very good simulation for Lamborghini. AlphaTauri finished P3, Mercedes P4, Ferrari P5, Alpine P6, McLaren dropped out all the way to P7, which is just embarrassing for McLaren. Williams move up 2 spots to finish P8, too late, too soon. Alfa Romeo finished P9. Aston Martin had a really bad season, finishing a P10, and once again, Haas just didn't come out of last. They finished dead last. No surprise there. And it's the end of the career mode, and there are no driver transfers. We're going to move on to the end of the simulation stats recap. And the best drivers of the decade, it really goes no surprise, but Charles Leclerc was the 5th best driver of the decade, taking 17 wins. Valtteri Bottas took 15 wins, but took 1 driver's championship. In 3rd, we have Lando Norris, who took 21 wins and 1 driver's championship. In P2, we have George Russell, who took 29 wins and 2 driver's championships. And it really comes to no surprise that Max Verstappen absolutely dominated the decade, which I would not be surprised if actually happens in real life, taking 94 wins and 6 World Drivers' Championships. He was just unstoppable, and we're going to move on to the outro of this video. So guys, that is going to wrap it up for this simulation. If you did enjoy, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to see more simulations like this. Also, once again, thank you to everyone who I found this Lamborghini driver suit on Google, so shout out to you. You know who you are. And with that being said, everybody, if you want to see more simulations like this, I believe I am doing Audi next. And yeah, if you want to see that, stay tuned. And with that being said, everybody, hope you all enjoyed and have a great day.